All right, I have the Settle Up app already installed. Here I am at step number one. Well, before we even get started into that, let's go. I had the settings screen open for you. I am taking this test on an LG Realm. It is running KitKat 4.4.2. There's the hardware info. Well, actually, here's the hardware info. So it's the LG Realm. I guess that's the model number LG LS620 hardware version. Okay, now we're going to go into software really quick so you can see it's 4.4.2, and there's the rest of the important information that you might need for your development purposes. I think that's all you really need from there, so let's go ahead and close this out. So, okay, step number one. Did you have any concerns while installing the app? Did you have any concerns while looking at the app in Google Play? So the first question, did I have any concerns while installing the app? No, not really. I have AVG antivirus installed, and that checks all of my apps before it actually installs them on the phone. So I didn't really have any concerns. And the second part of your question, do you have any concerns while looking at the app in Google Play? Again, I did not, partly because I didn't really even look at it. You know what I mean? Like, I read your instructions. It said, basically look for Settle Up in the Play Store. So I looked for it and I just started downloading it immediately. I didn't even really like look at the page or anything. So let me go ahead and take a look at it now. If I can, am I on the page? Okay, Settle Up. I guess I'm already here. All right, so let's read a little bit about it. The best way to organize group expenses. Well, I'm going to tell you right now before I even get any further. I see here that you have like 100,000 downloads and you have pretty much almost a 5-star review. You got a 4.6. So had I looked at this beforehand, no, I would not have had any concerns while looking at this app in Google Play. You've got more than 100,000 downloads and you have a 4.6, from like 4,225 different people. Okay, so let me take a look at this now. The best way to organize group expenses. Wait, what happened? I didn't mean to do that. What's new? Material design, instant sync, more informative notifications. Here are some screenshots. That's me, Bruno Cruz. And there's all your reviews and stuff. All right, so let's go back. Let's get out of here. Okay, so no. So no and no for step one. No concerns while installing and no concerns while looking at it in Google Play. Let's go to step number two. What are your first impressions after you start the app? What do you think the app is about? Let's go ahead and open the app. Welcome to Settle Up. Demo group, new group, join shared group. Demo group? All right, here Malcolm gave 1667. Debt settlement, Kaylee paid 70. Zoe paid 150 for dinner. Malcolm paid 20 for beer, etc. And let's get out of here. I don't know why did that happen? Is it because I pulled down or did I tap on something by accident? Okay. All right, so what are my first impressions after I opened the app? Well, immediately my first impression is, hey, what happened to the tutorial? I was expecting some kind of tutorial, typical of iOS and Android applications these days that say, click here to do this, look over here to see that, and this is how you split expenses 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 ways. Or I'm sorry, you wouldn't just split it for one ways, but you get the point. My first question when I first came in here was, where's the tutorial? And also, what's up with this crazy flashy ad? It's not really doing much right now as I'm talking at this very moment, but earlier it was like flashing different colors or something. I'm pretty sure it was. I'm not sure. Let me move the page around a little bit, see if it does it. Okay, maybe I was wrong. I don't know, but it looked like it was flashing. It was just like very disturbing. Not really disturbing. It just drew my attention down to the ad. Okay, so what do I think the app is about? It looks like the app is about organizing money. And from what I read on Google Play, I can, I know that the app helps you to split payments, like group payments and stuff like that. Okay, so that's my first impression, and that's what I think the app is about. Okay, so basically a recap. Where's your tutorial? What's up with that flashy ad down there, which isn't really doing anything now, and I might be wrong about it, but it just looked kind of very eye-catchy. And the app is about splitting group payments. All right, so moving on to step number 3 here. Create a group. Step number 3, create a group for your friends. Don't share the group with them yet. Okay, so create a group for your friends. Let's see. It looks like I should just be able to click on the plus sign. No, I'm sorry. That's a payment. That is a payment. And if I go over here, that's for debts. That's for summary. All right, so we'll just go into the options. We will create a new group. Group members, including you. Good name. Yeah, we'll go ahead and call this roommates. Make sure I spelled it correctly. So roommates, group members, we'll go ahead and add Amanda, and we'll add another person. We'll add Alexander, and we'll add Angel. So we have Bruno, Amanda, Alexander, and Angel. And we will just hit the check here to save the group roommates with Bruno, Amanda, Alexander, and Angel. Settle up. Okay, do not share the group with them yet. All right, so next step here. Add to expenses just like you would on a trip. Okay, just a note right here, really quick, before I do that. I'm wondering at this point, what, oh, there you go, the ad's doing it again, you see? Now the ad's flashy, so that ad is flashy. I knew I wasn't saying things. Okay, but back to this. Before I add the expenses, I just want to make a little note at this point that I'm wondering, what group am I in at the current moment? I don't see anything on the page. Like, I think there should be something above where it says settle up above all this stuff, or somewhere. I don't really care where you put it, but somewhere it should say like group roommates, because I really don't know what I'm doing at this. Okay, I see it here, and this is odd. Like, it says roommates, edit group, changes, and then demo group is down here. Maybe I guess the rest of my groups would show up down here, and my active group would probably be at the top with the edit group and changes options. But that was just a little bit weird, so I just think it should show somewhere. Like, I shouldn't have to click on this. I like the little animation too, whatever you're using here, jQuery or whatever. I really like that, the way the menu spins, turns into an arrow. I know I'm all over the place, forgive me guys, but I just wanted to mention, what I see as I see it. So I'm wondering, what group am I in? But okay, I already said that. Let's get past that. So add to expenses just like you would on a trip. So I'm going to go ahead and add an expense, new payment. Who paid? Alexander paid. And let's say Alexander paid $50. Okay. No, wait a minute. Let's go back in there. Add two expenses just like you would on a trip. So Alexander paid. Okay, Alexander paid. Who paid Alexander? How much? 50. For whom? Yeah, for everybody. You paid for everybody. The purpose was dinner at Chili's. Chili's. Okay, so dinner at Chili's. And what is this down arrow here? Wait a minute. What's going on here? Can we do something else? Ah, when? Okay, that was on the other day. No need for a photo, payment, or transfer. No, payment. It was a payment. Okay, so we just go ahead and end that. And another thing here, who paid? Say Bruno paid, and I paid 40 bucks. Whoops, I keep on hitting done after I do that because I want the keyboard to disappear. And then it takes me all the way out. So we'll do this for movies at Sheridan. Gonna hit done? No! I don't mean done. I just mean move out of the way, keyboard. I'm done with that field. So let's go back here. So I paid 40 for everybody. Actually, no. Let's see. For whom? How can we remove somebody? Ah, okay. That selected Angel only. So let's select Angel, myself, and Amanda. No, what's going on? Ah. Ah, okay. I thought I could just select them like, okay, select this one, that one, this one. I get it now. So we're gonna do that's 0, this is 111. Okay, movies at Sheridan, and this was just last night, so we'll do that. Done. No, it was more like 8 o'clock. Yeah. 8 p.m. 8 p.m.'s good. Payments, and we'll end it. So there's two payments. Bruno paid 40 and Alexander paid 50. Awesome. So let's move on to the next step, number 5. Have a look into the debts. Is it clear to you how is that calculated? Do you have some concerns? All right, so let's take a look at debts. Let's go into debts. Okay. So I'm looking at debts. Is it clear to you how that is calculated? Do you have some concerns? Let's take a look. Let's take a look here. Immediately, right off the top of my head, is not clear how it's calculated. No, it's not really clear. Let me look at the payments again. So, okay, Bruno paid 40 and Alexander paid 50, okay? So it's not really clear. Okay, Angel owes Bruno. Is that what that? It looks like it's saying Angel owes me $14.17. Okay, so no, it's not clear. To answer the question, it's not clear how it's calculated. And yeah, I do have some concerns. I wonder how is this all being calculated? Let me click on one, see if Marquez. Okay, no, Marquez settled. Marquez settled. Pay with PayPal. Let's click on how is this calculated. Okay, so you have all this information here on how it works and all of that stuff. I guess maybe we're set up as a family unit that acts, in unison and then has one financial budget. So it looks like everyone should be pulling their weight evenly, and that's why these numbers are calculated that way. That's what I think right off the top of my head, without actually taking the time to read all those paragraphs. It's pretty interesting so far. I'm digging. I'm digging all of the functionality. I'm digging, creating groups, adding people to the groups, and all of that stuff. This just immediately wasn't too clear to me how this was broken up. Now, I didn't read it thoroughly, as you saw. I just scanned it. And from me scanning it, it looks like that's the scenario we're under, where we're one unit that shares all finances evenly. Um, So yeah, so that, it wasn't, to be clear with step number 5. No, it wasn't clear immediately how the payment was calculated or how the debts were calculated, and my concerns were like, hey, how are these numbers being drawn up? How are these numbers being calculated here? So moving on to step number 6, have a look into the summary. Are debts more clear now? All right, let's take a look at the summary. Alexander paid 50. He spent 12.50. Amanda paid 0, so she owes 25.83, and Angel owes 25.83. I paid 40, and that's why I only owe 14.17, as opposed to these two who haven't paid anything, Amanda and Angel, and that's why they owe the full 25.83. Okay, so yeah, yes, looking at the summary now, this is very clear. This is very clear now. It's taken out of the whole total, Alexander paid that much that one time. I paid this much this one time. And then Angel and Amanda owe us for that, for the 2 times that we actually went out and spend that money. So yeah, it's more clear to me now. Like I'm not really. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not really good with numbers like that. So like it's not crystal clear at this point. You know what I mean? In order for it to be crystal clear, I would have to be off camera, and I would have to, have my calculator open and then do some math, just for my own peace of mind's sake. Just to, I always verify, I always double check receipts. Even Chili's now, Chili's restaurant, they have like computers at every table, like little tablets, and you can split the bill and split it on different credit cards, etc. All that stuff. I still double and triple check it. Like I don't just go off of what the machine says. So these numbers here, yeah, it's making more sense. Wait, who should pay? Okay, let's go to debts. Okay, after scanning this, I just took a look right quick. After scanning that and then looking at summary, yeah, it's a lot clearer to me now. Like I said, not crystal. I will still need to spend some time calculating the numbers for myself, just to make sure it's accurate, and that I'm understanding everything thoroughly. But it makes a lot more sense now. So to answer this question, are debts more clear now? Yes. Moving on to step number 7. Number 7, export the debts via email. Don't send the email at the end. Export the debts via email. So let's go to debts, and we are going to click on this. Choose an email app. I would just click on Gmail. Oh, awesome. Let's wait a minute. Let's minimize this. This is cool. Cool. All right, so I'm not going to send the email. Moving on to step number 8. Edit the group. Add one more member to the group. Sure thing. We will, let's close this. No. Let's close Gmail. Let's close the Play Store and go back over here. So we're going to go to roommates. Whoops. We're going to go to roommates and click edit group. And we're going to add another member right here with that button. So we're going to add include member in all previous payments for all. Yeah, let's include this guy. You're going to be subject to pay for our spending. Let's include the brother-in-law. Let's include Albert. We will add Albert, and this guy has to pay for all of us. Okay, so he's added, I believe. Let's see. Let's see here. Roommates. Hey, wait a minute. I just want to look at it. Edit group. Members. Albert, Alexander, Amanda, Angel, and Bruno. Awesome. A lot of A's there. I just noticed that. Everyone's A except me. A, B. Alrighty, so edit the group. Add one member to the group, and we did that. So let's move on to step number 9. Make sure that this group is backed up online. Don't share with anyone but you. This is step number 9. Make sure that this group is backed up online. Let's do this. We are going to do edit group. And it says offline group there, so we will do online group. Wait, don't share with anyone but you. View your basic profile info. Okay. Share with me only. Okay, me only. And share group. All right, so now this group is backed up online. Let's go to the next step, number 10. Step number 10, go back and add one final expense. More people paid. Use calculator to calculate amounts. Change currency. Split the expense unequally. The first person pays double. Change the date. Attach picture from camera as a receipt. Alrighty, so let's go back to payments. Let's add one payments. Who paid? Alright. Click more people. No, who paid? What? What does it say? More people paid? So I see more people. Let's click on. All right, so Bruno paid. Weird. I can't figure out how to add like more than one person there. So let's all right, so it says more people, so let's just select more people paid. Edit. Ah, okay. So Albert paid 15. There, everyone paid 15 bucks. Wait a minute. More people paid. Use calculator to calculate the amount. Change currency. All right, so let's just add this. Okay, how much? 75 divided by 5. Okay. How did that go down? Let's see here. 75 divided by 5. All right, wait a minute. Let's go here. Let's do 90 divided by 5. Okay, I just wanted to see it change there. Okay, so we use the calculator. Now let's change the currency to euros. Split the expense unequally. The first person pays double. All right, so let's go in here. Okay, let's see how much. Let's do this. Let's do. It's 100, right? All right, so we just do this. How about that? 10, 20, 30, 40 plus 20, that's 60. 40, 60. Okay. Next. Done. Okay, 40, so that's 60. All right, so okay, there you go. I was going to do that. I was going to change that to that. So 60, Albert pays double. We used the calculator already. We changed the currency. We split the expense unequally. And let's change the date. Let's do March 11th. We'll change the time as well. There. And add photo. From the gallery. Let's see here. What do we have here? Here we'll just select this. Okay, so split the expense unequally, change the date, attach picture from camera as a receipt. View. Can we view it? All right, awesome. So let's get out of here. Okay, so moving on to step number 11 now. Delete the group. All right, so we are going to go back and go in here and we're going to do edit group. Let's click on this and remove group locally. Delete group. All right, so we deleted the group and we're going to go to step number 12. What do you think? Would you use this app? Would you recommend it to a friend? How would you improve it? I think it's cool. I think the overall concept is cool. I like the interface and everything, the way that, you know, it's basically just tap and enter, tap and enter. You know what I mean? I mean, just that's like all apps. What am I saying? But it didn't seem overly complicated. It seemed pretty easy to understand, pretty easy to follow, especially, you know, this is my very first time checking this out. So give me some more time with it and, you know, I'd probably be set. I mean, you know, 10, 15 minutes by myself to just mess around with the app and do some actual real splitting of expenses. So I think, so what do I think? I think it's cool. Would I use this app? Yeah, I'd have to spend some more time with it, but I think I would use it. Oftentimes, you know, we go out to, I don't know, to Chili's or to Sublime's or to different restaurants around here. We go to eat and stuff. Or even other events like with other couples and stuff. Like we have another couple who we go out with sometimes to take our kids out. And I think it would be really convenient to break down our expenses. That way we don't have to be worrying tit for tat and you know what I mean? You know, oh wait, do you have $1? Do you have $1.50? You know, we just go, we would just have a good time and tally it all up there. And we would be able to see, okay, who bought sodas, who bought food, who paid for the park tickets, who paid for the lockers, who pumped gas, and then we would just be able to say, okay, like, let's settle up our debts right now. So yeah, I would use it. Would I recommend it to a friend? Sure. The same couple I'm talking about, I would recommend it to both of them, husband and wife, for them both to install on their phones. They are iPhone users, so I would like to see if you guys have iPhone, if you have an iOS app available as well. But I would definitely recommend it to other people. How would I improve it? I really don't have anything in mind right now as far as to improve it. Besides what I said initially, at the very beginning of the video, I think you should add some kind of like little quick tutorial. It doesn't have to be in depth or like, like a full course on how to use the app, but just a little quick tutorial. Click here to do this. Click here to view that. This is how you do this. You know what I mean? Like a little more explanation. Like for example, as well, another thing when I went in, I forgot I deleted the group already. But when I went in there to make sure the group was backed up online, that wasn't too clear. Like it just said group is offline, and I myself figured, okay, if group is offline, let me click on online. But it should say something more along the lines of like, like, would you like to back up your data? Something like that. I don't know exactly what you should say, but like something more understandable, like online, offline. That's cool for developers. I'm not a hardcore developer, but I happen to develop WordPress websites, and I've been dealing with that environment with cPanels, PHPMyAdmin, different CMSs. I've been dealing with that environment since about 2005 or 2006. So for me, it was just a no-brainer. But for someone else who isn't in tune with that kind of with this world, they might just, like look at it like, whoa, off group is offline. What does that mean? Like, am I not connected to the internet? What is it? What does this mean? I have an internet connection. So that's my only suggestions really, is to add some kind of little mini small tutorial in the beginning, and get more intuitive or get more descriptive with your buttons, with your labels. Add some labels and stuff to your buttons. And also, like, after I created the group, I'm looking at the screen right now. After I had created the group and I was inside the group, I really didn't know that I was inside the group. I had to click on the menu, go out there, and then look. You know what I mean? So, wait a minute. Edit group. I thought I deleted. Synced and backed up. Delete group. Okay, now I will delete the group. Earlier I didn't really delete it. But anyways, when I had went in there, for example, let's go into demo group. I'm inside demo group now, but I see nothing here that says that I'm inside demo group. Nothing at all. So that's just another thing. So tutorial, add some descriptive elements to the objects on the page. And that's about all I can think of. If I think of anything else later, I'll just put it in the written portion of this test during the written questions. So that's it. That concludes my review of Settle Up. I thank you for the opportunity and wish you the best of luck in whatever it is that you choose to do with my comments.